Welcome back to Top 5 Films That. My name is Jeremy and I'm here with my brothers Matthew.
Hello, that's me.
And Dominic.
Hi everyone.
And always we've come back for a Top 5 Films That, and this is a full episode. We are going to talk about our Top 5 films. How are we all?
Good. Thank you very much, yeah.
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, it's still January.
It's very cold.
Yeah.
I almost feel like I should prep you on that question because that was riveting.
Well, it's like I'm going to say it again. It's January. Boring.
Oh, don't you start talking. People are talking about Blue Mondays.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every Monday is blue, isn't it?
But some more so than others.
Yeah.
Yeah. But otherwise, I'm all right.
Yeah. Trying to keep fit.
Oh, are you?
Are you managing it?
It was incredibly cold, but I did, when it was, I think it was snowing at one point, I went out running. So yeah, commitment.
You had snow? That's very good.
I was about to say, I live miles away and I can't remember having snow.
Yeah, it was quite a full.
Oh, lucky you.
Yeah, it settled. It was like a couple of inches. In the
Okay.
garden.
Every time we start a podcast, you end up making some innuendo within the first 5 minutes.
But only if you... What? Yeah, but you're...
Yes.
not in the context of what I'm saying. That
Yeah.
makes absolute sense.
Yeah, fine.
If it's cold, just a couple of inches.
Just a couple of inches, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unless I go inside, yeah.
Have you ever done it inside?
Moving swiftly on.
Yeah, move on.
Yeah.
Right,
Move
another
on.
episode, podcast 7, another set of lists, our top 5s to come. But I will, unfortunately, hang my head in shame that we haven't progressed any further in our
No.
country by country success. We still need to get Ireland, Belgium. I did offer Luxembourg, even though I'm very optimistic about ever getting that. And Denmark via the ferry, if you remember.
So we need other people to push it to them. Is that what
Well,
you're saying?
yeah, and we probably need to push it a little bit harder
do,
in those
we do.
areas as well.
Okay.
I'm sure we've got some links, but again, if anyone wants to lay credit to it, please do. And we will mention them on our podcast. But we have had some contacts on social media. So going back to top 5 films that are just too long, we had a contact from at Melanie Lacey who said Titanic. So
Agreed.
clearly they agree.
Yep.
Agreed.
And any Marvel film.
Well, I think we
Whoa.
sort of mentioned that. So I sort
Any
of think,
Any
Marvel
Marvel
film.
film.
Maybe
I'd
not
like to
any.
need a little bit more detail on that. Why?
They probably don't like
Yeah.
Marvel.
Yeah, I'm guessing that. Yeah, quite right.
I thought that was quite obvious as well.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's
Yeah,
not for
but we
everyone.
pretty much said any DC film, didn't we?
Yes, that is
Unintentionally.
true. Yeah.
No, I think you're right. We did actually say that. So we can kind of understand maybe.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Okay. So the icebreaker this week, just so that people understand a little bit more about us, that while there are a lot of similarities between us, there are a lot of differences as well. Matthew wanted to suggest, clearly he had food on the brain at this point. What are your go-to film snacks? What's the best food to eat while watching a film?
I'm going to go
Dominic,
straight in.
you
I
were
didn't have to think
keen.
about that. Yeah.
You were keen there.
You just knew.
I just knew, yeah.
You just knew.
Yeah,
Right.
I won't eat anything other than sweets and popcorn.
Sweets
At the
and
same
popcorn.
time?
Probably, yeah.
What sweets?
Pick and mix. Variation.
Do you have a go-to? Everybody has a go-to in the pick and mix.
Yeah.
I quite like the fizzy roll, the one that unrolls. It's like a metre long.
That is an
the-
expensive like as
That
well
is.
because that is heavy in the weight.
That and then bubblegum bottles. Fizzy bubblegum bottles.
So the fizzy stuff.
Yeah, fizzy stuff,
Fizzy
pretty much,
stuff.
yeah.
What's the last thing left in your pick and mix?
Or what would you not go to?
Depends if I'm sharing the bag with someone. But
Okay.
it'll probably be the chocolate raisins or something like that.
Do you bother with the chocolate raisins or the
Mm.
fudge? Fudge? Bother with
I
the
love fudge. I do love fudge.
Okay.
But
I don't like the chocolate with the like hundreds and thousands on the top of it.
the jazzies.
Jazzies.
Is that what it's
that's what they're
called?
called. Yeah.
I don't jazz very much.
No,
I'm not
I do
a
like the
jazzy
white
fan.
I like the white chocolate skulls that have like got marbled with pink. Yeah, anyway.
Does that add to the flavour?
It does, yeah, strawberry.
Oh.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What?
He's
The
not a big
skulls.
Pick and Max fan.
No.
Matthew, what are you a big fan of?
One big bag of watermelon fizzies.
Oh, watermelon's good one.
Yeah, I'll go for the fizz. The fizz I get, but yeah, big. Just one same sweet.
Do you eat the whole thing at one go? Because
Yeah, normally before the film starts.
but
Yeah,
Oh man.
trailers
Yeah.
during the trailers.
Yeah. Right. No.
Fizzed up. No, is that wrong?
No. So
Go on.
when you brought this to my attention, that this might be our icebreaker, I went in a bit more depth than clearly either of you did.
Yeah, go on.
So if at home,
All right, yeah.
share sweets, but they have to be evenly shared. And this is really bad, but I make my wife count out how many there are of the sweets and make sure that it's even by numbers and by half. But we would go to giant strawberries Haribo if we were at home.
That is a good
Good
choice.
choice.
Yeah, that is a good choice.
Good texture. Good
If I was
texture.
watching a film by myself, sometimes I might dip into cereal and just have a bowl of cereal while I'm watching a film.
Without milk.
No, with milk. What
I'm just
sort of
asking.
person are you?
Um,
On this, and this has come up. This has come up recently. I found out there's a whole, and please get in touch if this is you because you are a maniac. There is a whole group of people that eat their cereal with milk and then throw away the milk.
boys do that. Huh?
What?
I can't. It winds me up.
It's the
milk's-
best bit.
It is the best
Yeah.
bit.
There is a whole shop in the States that sells ice creams where they've dipped it in cereals and then use that to create ice cream.
It's the sugariest bit. Sugary milk. You
Yeah.
can't go wrong with
Oh,
that.
it's the tastiest bit of the milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's throwing it away? And if they are, I mean, I'm not asking for it, but I was close to
I
it.
was about to say second-hand cereal milk is probably not.
Yeah, when you've dipped the spoon in a cup.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Okay, but that is part
Yeah,
of the
not
enjoyable
used
bit.
milk. Yeah, that's what we're saying.
Yeah,
Used
not
milk.
used milk. But if you want to put your cornflakes in the milk, then sieve them out and then eat the cornflakes, I will have the cornflake milk.
Yep.
But anyway, I've completely gone off the
Yeah,
case.
It's quite labour-intensive, that as well.
Yeah. When we used to go to the cinema very regularly, pre-kids, we kind of had a ritual, and I think I kept them in business just from our snacking. I also like the pick and mix. I also like a salty and sweet popcorn, and I asked them to do it in layers because if they do it the other way, they ended up doing half and half, and that is not what I've asked for. But then also, I realised I used to have ice cream sundaes a lot as well, and a large drink.
Blimey, you didn't half go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I got a little savvy to it. So first of all, I wasn't allowed to eat my sweets until the trailers were finished because otherwise they were gone before the film.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that happens.
Yep.
But also then I started realising I had to see films multiple times because I had to time my toilet breaks afterwards.
That's because of the large drink.
Yeah.
See, I can't do popcorn. I don't like
I
popcorn.
like salty popcorn
gets-
as well.
Gets stuck in the back of my throat and will make me cough.
Okay.
Don't like popcorn that
Well,
much.
yeah, the one thing I really disagree with is hot snacks in the cinema,
No, I can do that as well.
like nachos and
See, my
Hot
my-
dogs.
I feel that's,
Yeah,
that's,
hot
yeah,
dogs,
can do
pizzas.
yeah, but that's too much.
I've never had a pizza.
My,
Isn't
my
that too
local,
much for everyone else though?
my local one will like does servers. He brings like all sorts of burgers, everything.
What's this?
Yeah, not for me.
Okay. So clearly we're all hungry while recording this, but let's move on to the main challenge.
Right.
Who randomly picked last time? Dominic, you had your spinner
I
You
did,
did.
yes.
Yeah.
last week, and you picked the number 39, which was top 5 films that have a memorable dancing scene.
Good. Glad that's the one. That's what I've done.
Yeah, good. I've prepared that one as well. So glad it's not a different one. Otherwise, it'd be a very weird episode.
Yeah, we've got 3 different top 5s, but no, I feel like this is a free hit against me because
Yeah.
I'll be very surprised if
Yeah.
you both haven't got one of my
Yeah.
5.
Yeah,
I think
reckon
we'll all have one this week.
Yeah. Yes, I think so.
I don't know. I found Dominic hard, and Matthew, I felt like playing a game. And also, I would have picked a film for Matthew, but then I think he already picked it, so I couldn't then pick it again because I think he's not doing it, and he's now sniggering
Yeah.
at me as if he has picked the same film.
No, I'm not picking the same film
See, yeah.
twice.
I
with
went.
my
I went
top
pretty
fives.
much. Initially, I went. Do I go for the my favourite? Then I was like, that's not what it says. It has to be the most memorable. So
Interesting.
might not be one of my favourite
So,
scenes, but it's one of my most memorable that I can remember.
so are you doing top 5 films and thinking about the whole film, or are you talking about the memorable scene when you order them?
Just the scene,
The scene.
and you'll understand that when I say
I've
some of
gone
mine.
with the most as in, if I remember a film, I remember it because of that scene as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
As opposed to, there's a dance scene in a film I like.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
these films aren't necessarily my top
No, agreed.
No,
5
no.
films.
No,
but-
it's the scene.
It's the scene that I instantly went, if you ask me to name a dance scene in a film, it is this, and this.
And I think that's why we've probably got one each.
Yes, I reckon so.
There is no way you've got my number 5.
Interesting. Okay.
There is no way. I'm not even sure. Yeah, there is no way you've got my number 5. I'll just start there. But I'm not going to start today, so who wants to start?
Dom started.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, go on. You're in there.
Right. So my number 5. Let's go straight in. 2003. It is classified as a sex comedy genre.
Right.
Okay, hold on. Who classifies it as a sex comedy?
You?
Well, no, I think that's the genre it's on. I looked at the internet rather than just making it up, if that's what you're asking.
Well, someone made it up.
Yeah, well,
go on.
It's on there.
Sex comedy.
Yeah, it's the 3rd film out of a collection of 4.
Right.
I was going to go Hangover, but then there's not 4 of that.
No, I'm trying to think.
A sex comedy.
So I think
I know.
I think this you might have this one, but
I do.
I reckon that's my number 1.
I think it might be.
I think it might be my number 1 as well. I think we might agree on number 1 here. Does it star someone that we think looks like one of the main characters? Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So let's wait for number 1 on that one.
Yeah, we'll wait for number 1 on that one then.
Yeah. How can you put that number 5? Okay.
Well, interesting. What
We'll
else?
see. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Let's hope, by the way, that we've got this spot on and that we do
you
know
want one
each
more
other.
Clue, or
No. That's fine. We can always come back to it and say, and by the way, Dom's 5.
It's definitely the same. It's
Okay.
definitely the same.
There we go.
Shall I do my number 3?
How about your number 5?
Are we doing 5? Yeah, we're on number 5, aren't we? Oh, goodness me. Right, my number 5. So my number 5. See what I've gone with the song. I can give you the song the
Okay, I
dance
thought
scene
about
is
that
from.
on some of my
Yeah.
prompts, but go on.
Okay, so
Are you going to sing it?
no.
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 Are you going to give me the lyrics?
I can give you the title.
Go on then.
Pump It Up by Joe Budden.
Okay.
Yep, it's a 2004 film.
Bump it up.
That's the one. That's the one.
I'm
Yeah.
so glad you did that. I did
I-
not know that's what it was.
I think I might have. I think I might have had it and taken it off.
Oh, did you?
So it's a dance. It's a street dance.
It is a street dance film. It stars. I'm going to let Jeremy see if Jeremy knows this one.
Okay.
It's got Steve Harvey in it,
I definitely know what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
and also the mum from Sister Sister, and also the next door neighbour from Sister Sister is one of the main characters.
You can say the name.
What,
I'm not sure
Roger?
about-
Yeah, that's right.
Marcus Houston.
Marcus Houston's in it.
I
Wasn't
took
he
this
in
off my list.
City Heights or what's that band called he was in?
No, he had his own. He had a solo
he was,
career.
He was
was on his
definitely
own.
he was definitely in something as well. But
Were
anyway,
there 3 of them?
maybe I don't know.
I can't remember now. Can't remember.
Yeah. So anyway, that I think Dom's got it.
Go
What is
on,
it?
Dom. What is it?
I'm trying to think of the name of it. Hang on, it's on my.
Go to your honourable mention list.
Oh no, I think I took it off.
Oh, so you're not going to know the name? It's got Amarion in it as well.
Yeah, he sings quite a few of the
It's
songs.
it's only got 3.8 out of 10 on
Oh wow!
It's
on
really-
IMDb.
I'm assuming it's the last scene.
It is the
dance
last
scene.
the last scene I'm talking about. So there's the scene.
What's the name of it? I can't remember.
It's
the name
called.
of it.
It's a You Got Served.
Oh, okay.
You got served. Yeah. So it's
This rings a bell, but I mean, I'm more interested, Matthew.
yeah.
Why this film? What scene? Because that's a dance film, right?
It's yes.
So there's
Street
multiple.
dancing.
But there's multiple.
There are
so
multiple
which
dancing bits.
So which are the scenes?
The final dance off.
Okay.
There's a very specific bit that I always remember that I loved. Well, go on,
Oh.
what do you think it is?
I'm going to say it's the bit where he jumps and they catch him.
No, although that is
Okay,
no.
fine.
It's a bit where
I'm sure there must be more than one bit where somebody jumps and cuts.
No, it's in like
No, they-
Marion does a like a run and I'm doing my actions as if people can see me, but he's running and he jumps right into the face of the competitor,
that's right.
and they stop him just before he gets there.
They grab his
Oh.
hands
And then
and
he
his
pulls a
legs.
face and he just gives
That's
him
right.
all the action.
For the listeners, Dominic has been pulling faces through most of that
Very
dialogue.
animated, but you can't see it.
Yeah, so I like the bit where one of them's doing like, I don't know what you call them, like windmilly things with their legs, and then suddenly slows right down,
Oh, but
and
yeah.
everyone behind him slows down as well. There's like a self-made slow-mo part of their dance
That's
off,
good, yeah.
and that's that. I remember that, and I also so in general, I remember the film. I really enjoyed the street dancing thing. We were really into that music at the time,
Yeah.
and actually, I watched it back recently.
Nice.
It's not quite as good as I
It's
remember
such
it.
a rubbish film. That is one,
But it's
the
still
one
in my
thing.
top 5. It's
That's
still in
the
my top
shining
5
light.
because it was good. It was good. I really enjoyed that. And so yeah, you got served. Have you not seen it, Jeremy? Can you not remember it?
I am going to go and check that because I'm not saying that I haven't seen it because it sounds familiar.
Well, it sounds like every other sort of dance film from the early 2000s.
Well, let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, is it your number 5 then?
My
What's your
number five.
Go on.
2008
Right.
Okay.
PG,
Oh, good.
if that helps. 6.2 out of 10, so
All right,
better film
okay.
than yours.
Much better, yeah.
This classifies as, Dominic, not a sex comedy. This one's a dance music romance. Oh.
I feel like I want to guess.
Could be one of about
You reckon?
100. Yeah, I reckon I could guess.
I'm going to say Step Up.
That would have been my first guess.
No.
Oh, okay.
Honey.
No.
Save the Last Dance.
No.
That's such a
Right.
bad film. Yeah.
These are my prompts.
Right.
This is a dance movie.
Okay.
It is a sequel.
Okay.
Step Up 2.
Correct.
Oh my god.
Now, I don't know why, but I've definitely seen this plenty of times, and I can't tell you why. It must have been on ITV2 when
Every Sunday evening.
yeah,
Was it one
something
of
like
those?
that. And I can remember this so much more than Step Up.
I'm going to be honest. I can't really remember either of them to distinguish them.
Right. So there's two scenes that I like, but I'm going to go with, very similar to you, the final scene. But the one that I definitely went to probably on par with it is one of the characters' names is Moose. Yeah, see, Dominic knows.
Right.
And Moose does like some body popping on the stairs to
nice.
introduce himself. He's the geek. He's played by Adam Savani, and when I looked it up, that's his character name as well. So clearly he's got no acting ability ever. And then they just gave him the nickname Moose.
Right.
But yeah, the last one, I thought, I can think of all the dance films. Like I put Street Dance 3D on here as well, but not on my list. That's the George Sampson one.
Ah, okay, yes.
But the reason why I like this one is because they're not allowed to dance in the street in the competition.
Right.
And so they go, let's take it to the street.
Of course.
And that's why it's step up to the street.
Right.
And then they're dancing in the rain, of course.
Can I just check?
Yeah.
Channing Tatum
Appears in it.
Is in Step Up 1.
He features at the very beginning of
Right, okay.
Step Up 2 as well.
And do we know any of the people? Are there any of the people in Step Up 2, like well-known actors and actresses?
No, I wrote their names down just
Okay.
because you might ask. Brianna Everjon, Robert Hoffman are Andy and Chase, who are the main love interests.
Right, okay.
But
Nope.
no, although she appears in Step Up 3, I think, but I can't remember that at all.
Moose comes back on that one.
Yeah, but in this one, they're outside dancing. There's a little bit where they're doing like a heartbeat movement that I
Moose
just
comes
remembered. But it's like body popping. I'll tell you who there is. I'll tell you who is. There's the Asian kid out of Glee in it as well. There you go.
Right.
That is the highest level of celebrity in there.
I don't even know who that is.
I like the fact that you don't even know his name, though. Just the Asian guy from Glee. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I know who you mean, though.
Yeah. Exactly. So that's my number 5.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Nice.
Number 4.
Correct.
So, I'm going to give the year because it's probably quite a big clue. 1987.
Oh, not one of mine then. Not the same as mine.
I love Matthew's got it on one page. I've got like
He's got
massive pages of.
He's gone portrait as well, rather than
I've
landscape.
got small font.
That is
Small
terrible.
font.
So I don't think I've actually ever seen the whole film, or most of the film.
Just a memorable dance scene.
Yes.
Right.
No,
Why have you just seen a bit of it then?
when I say it, you'll know because I've never seen the whole film.
Right.
It's known for probably one particular dance move, performed at the end of the film to one very, very famous song.
Is it John Travolta?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
I thought Saturday Night Fever because like a lot of people know
I could see that. Actually.
that and they don't know the
I
film.
don't think I've ever seen that.
Right.
And
know
the
the
Bee
dance moves,
Gees
so,
and the Bee
yeah.
Gees song, so that would have fit. But okay.
So the kind of the plot is a rebellious dance instructor gets into a relationship that the father opposes to.
And
I've got one quote that I'll give it to you.
Do I dislike this film quite a lot?
Hold on, it's the Sound of Music over here.
Yeah, but I don't. I've never seen it, so I don't know.
You're not missing anything. I think I know what it is.
Okay, can you explain the
Quote.
memorable scene? Oh,
Yeah.
quotes. Okay, come on.
I'll do it and then you'll get it. Do you want me to do it?
Does it start with nobody?
Nobody.
Yeah.
You've never seen it?
Never. I couldn't tell you.
Go on, tell us what it
anything.
is. Tell us what it is, just to check.
Dirty Dancing.
How have you not seen it?
I've never seen the film.
So you've only seen like the end of the film.
I've only seen the dance scene, that's what makes me
I've
realise
seen
how
you
memorable
do
it
that
is.
dance.
Yeah, and I've watched that dance. That is the only bit.
Hold on, you're even referring to that dance as just the one bit,
No.
aren't you, when they do
So-
the lift
Yeah.
up?
But
No,
that's
no,
not my
no.
favourite bit. My favourite bit is when he jumps off the stage, gives a kick, and then a proper like.
He does a little
thrust.
Oh, okay, so
shuffle. He does
The
a
10
shuffle.
seconds before that as
Mhm.
well.
Yeah,
Is the whole of the people that work all doing it behind him as
Behind
well?
him, yeah.
Yeah.
just shuffling.
Yeah, I
But
can see that.
that's what I mean. That's how memorable it is. Everyone knows
So
it.
unpredictable you are.
I know.
You've picked a
Do-
film you've not even seen.
but it's the most memorable scene. It's a dance scene.
True.
I
Yeah.
remember.
I'm not disputing.
Yeah, and that's the one that if you go, okay, well, this came straight up, and I was like, okay, everyone's done it at a wedding. Everyone's tried it. People have failed.
I don't think I've tried it at a wedding.
No,
You
I
did
don't
it
think
to
I've
me.
tried it.
At my wedding,
Did I?
you did it to me at
Yeah,
my
that
wedding.
does sound about right. Yeah.
You picked me
Okay.
up for my wedding.
It was probably later on in the wedding.
I was
so-
obviously baby, so don't worry about that. Yeah, but, if
That
you-
is definitely not working the other way around.
but yeah, there we go. That's my number 4. I don't think you disagree. So
It's definitely a memorable dance scene.
Yep.
In fact, you'd say dance film 80s. That's probably one of the ones people have come up with.
Lots of people will say that they prefer the bit where she's
the
walking
dance
over the
studio.
bridge, or
Yeah.
lover boy,
Yeah.
that bit in there. Matthew doesn't like this film either.
No, I dislike this film.
I
a
know.
lot.
I
never
think
seen
Matthew
that
dislikes
dance.
films that are very popular.
No, I dislike this one because I was dumped to this film twice.
by the same person.
Yes.
Okay.
Almost as though I should have recognised the
Oh my
second
God,
time what
yeah.
was going to happen. So that's one of the reasons why I dislike the film particularly.
She gave you a clue.
Hold on.
Yeah.
They put the film on, then dumped you
During the film, yes.
both times.
Yes.
That's really bad luck. Yeah.
It's not bad luck.
No, I don't think it's bad
That's
luck.
scripted.
Yes, that was it. Was I'm assuming.
And
it
if
was
you
planned.
know who Matthew's talking about, please get in touch. If you've
obviously
also
her
been
thing.
dumped in the middle of Dirty Dancing, we want to know.
There we
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
That
As I
is
said,
something I never knew. Matthew got dumped twice to Dirty Dancing.
Revelation, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I've never seen it.
Well,
Right.
you've never been dumped by
No.
whoever this person is. There we go.
Shall we move on to my number 4?
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Right. My number 4 is a parody film. And the dance scene in it that I'm referring to is a film I haven't seen, but I'd be aware of the dance scene.
Okay. So, are we talking about something? Oh, no, because you've seen Shoes All That. Oh. No,
Right,
Keep going. Keep going. Yeah.
It's a like particularly quotable film. I could give you hundreds of quotes and you'd know who it was. Surely.
Airplane.
Yes. Airplane. Airplane.
I
Very
can't
good, well
remember
done.
this film.
Yeah. So he hasn't seen the film we've already mentioned.
No, I haven't seen.
So that's weird. That's a good link.
Yeah,
Because it's Saturday Night Fever that they are
they're parodying.
parodying.
So
Okay.
yeah, do you not remember the scene? If I tell you some bits of the scene, so you walk in, it's like a bar, like a dive of a bar, and then the Saturday Night Fever song comes on, and it's like the girl is dancing, and he's looking across the room at her, and then they start dancing because someone stabs her dance partner in the back, and he's pointing to his back, and she thinks he's doing dance moves, so she copies him. And then they do
No.
Saturday Night Fever where she spins around holding his legs and then lets go of him and he flies off. No?
No, what? No.
Don't
Did you watch
remember
this?
it.
Do you watch it?
I can remember it now. Matthew
It's
has mentioned
so
it.
funny.
But-
I think he throws her up in the air and she disappears for like a couple of seconds. It's that sort of parody.
Yeah, and you can. It's clearly that she's a doll that he's thrown up, and yeah, I think I remember.
Or the bit where he takes off his jacket, so he looks like Saturday Night Fever, throws his jacket away, and then someone throws it back into his face.
No,
Yeah.
I can't tell you I remember it. But no.
okay, it's worth. I'd like that, particularly like that dance scene. It's just very funny. Yeah, despite the
nice.
fact I don't know the original, not particularly.
No.
I'm aware of it from pop culture.
Again, that's yeah.
Yeah,
Same with me.
but there we go. So that's my
Just
number
love
4.
the parodies. Okay.
Yeah.
No arguments. I don't think we're going to find any arguments.
No,
today.
because I think they're going to
No.
be good scenes.
Well,
Well,
they're good. They are good scenes.
yes.
I would have thought that most people would have watched the whole film.
But okay.
I'm only jealous because I haven't got it as my bonus.
No.
Yeah.
Me neither.
I didn't think you'd
Go with the film you hadn't seen?
Well, I think you haven't seen Dirty Dancing, and therefore you wouldn't pick it. But it doesn't matter. I'm not having a go at you. My number 4 film.
Yes, please.
Yep, let's move on. It's a little bit older.
The 1980?
Yes.
Go on then.
1975.
Hang on.
No, don't have that one. Whatever it is.
Dominic's.
Is it a...
Hold on.
Or can I
Give
ask a
Dominic
question?
time.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No. Is it like a musical then?
No.
Right.
If I give you a prompt from the film, it's not the dance scene, but you might know what I'm talking about.
Right.
Matthew's looking at his honourable mentions.
I am looking at my general ideas and honourable mentions.
Are you ready for my prompt?
Go on, yeah. Okay,
I do
got
know.
it.
I do
think
know.
what it is.
Very good.
See? What is it?
It's Monty Python,
The
is it?
Holy Grail.
It's the Holy Grail. Yeah.
Is there a dance scene in that?
Yeah,
We're
Camelot.
knights of the round table. We dance when we're able.
That's why
We
it's
do
not on my
routines,
list.
chorus scenes for footwork impeccable.
It's a good scene.
Spam a lot. Love it. Yeah.
But they don't.
They do dance because they
dance.
go do 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 do.
That's right.
Do 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 do, and
They're
they're
all
dancing on
wearing
the
armour.
tables like holding
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah.
Do 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 do.
So Jerry's just waving his arms
Yeah.
about.
So
No, I'm pretending there's somebody to the right doing the same and the left the same.
Oh, okay.
He does
Fine.
look like an aeroplane. Go on.
Well, very similar.
Albatross.
But I just don't know how you can't. As soon as I start singing that, everyone knows it just randomly cuts to them talking about it.
I was never heavily into
Oh,
Monty
get
Python.
out.
No, because every time we used to watch any Monty Python, it would be the scene where they try and take his liver or whatever it is, and that just always used to freak me out.
That's in the different film.
Yeah, no, but that's what I mean. Just that's what I think of, and all the different
So you go
weird
to the
elements.
meaning of life when
All
watching
the-
the Holy Grail.
Or the tiger that's like huge, but it's
Again.
not. But it's people.
Meaning of life. It's a different film.
Okay, but I don't remember that.
So you
film.
don't even know about the shrubbery.
I know the shrubbery. That's
Yes.
funny. Yes, that's different. Yeah.
Well,
It is a good dance scene, but they don't actually. It's not. They don't actually go to Camelot because they imagine
No,
the dance
yeah,
and then
I
they go.
know.
No, it's very silly. We must go somewhere else.
I have to push the pram a lot.
So is it more about the song then than the dance?
No, it is the fact that
does have a dance
there is
scene.
knights dancing on the table, being very merry. And I think it's just a ridiculous. They talk about Camelot, they cut to that, and then they go, as you say, no.
Okay,
And I found it very memorable because that's what came in my head when we thought of dancing scenes.
and that's absolutely fine. There we go.
And we used to watch that a lot, Matthew.
We did used to watch that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
Where were you?
He was in the other room pretending it was the other film that he doesn't like watching.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
So that's
Oh, I don't like Monty Python. It's got that scene with the liver. Yeah, it's not this one, Dom. Doesn't matter. I'm not watching it.
Probably.
not the liver, the giant tiger.
Or the overeating guy, the guy that vomits everywhere.
Yeah, again, the meaning of life. Yeah.
You've watched one Monty Python film.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's put me off. It's like you and Saw, Jim.
No, I just never watched it. It's completely different.
Right,
If
maybe-
you put it on, I'd have to watch it.
Oh, that sounds like a dare.
All 10 in one day.
Oh, I'll tell you what.
That would definitely mess with his head.
10? There's not 10.
Saw 10 just come out.
Is there 10?
I think there's 10, yeah.
There might well be.
I've definitely seen a Saw X, so I'm assuming if we're going new rules.
So,
Yeah, it might be.
but they literally just numbers. They don't even have like Saw again, done it again,
Because there's different people, because the guy who was in the
Saw
original...
not again.
Scene.
Oh.
That's what they should have done.
Yeah.
No, because the...
Saw,
Yeah.
scene. I'm trying to think of another tense, but I can't.
I feel like there's prequels and...
There is Spiral as well. That's
About
one
to be seen.
Anyway,
Right,
Dom,
my
pick
number
your number three. Yeah.
So,
Off topic today.
there we go.
I know.
This is also probably one of everyone's popular ones that everyone
Oh, so
remembers.
it might be a
Ooh.
duplicate, is what you're offering.
Give us the year.
1994.
Nope.
I remember watching this film a lot.
He checks so quickly.
That's because it's all on one page.
1994? No, I have
Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, did you? You went for this one. Interesting.
not got this one.
I know which one he means now.
Oh, prove it.
Is it in Jack Rabbit's Limbs?
where it takes
Where the
place.
dancing's happening.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I'm very happy.
How are you?
What, in the
Is this
diner?
on your list?
What is it, the gym?
Well, I think you'll find I put in brackets, but I'm really not sure. Pulp Fiction.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, bonus point.
I'm so annoyed. I was going to put this down for yours, Dom.
Yeah,
And I decided
thank you.
against it.
It's the only film I could think Dominic would put down.
Yeah.
It's a double whammy. I love the film as well on this one. So
You've seen this one? Have you seen this one?
yeah, many
okay.
times. Many times. Yeah.
Not just the dance scene.
Not just the dance scene.
No, I've seen everything.
Okay.
It is a very
It's an
memorable
iconic scene.
It is
It's
an
not
iconic
something
scene.
I need to really explain, is it? It's memorable. Everyone knows what it is. Doing the twist.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think
What you don't know, people, is that Dominic is currently recreating the dance moves as we speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
You're doing the Uma Thurman side. Yeah. He's taking his shoes off and everything.
This is ridiculous, Dominic.
Stop. Yeah. No. And then just the follow on when she overdoses and he has to inject her in the heart.
Oh yeah, the happy part of the film.
Happy part. Yeah.
Are you counting that as part of the dance scene?
No, I just think it's the aftermath of it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm incredibly happy, Dominic, that you have allowed me to get another bonus point, and for that, I thank you.
You're welcome.
That scene is good. The whole bit of that scene in the diner is good. With the $5 milkshake, which is a steal these days. Like a milkshake.
Considering how big it was, yeah.
Are they all dressed as famous people as
I think
well?
they're like 1950s, 1960s
60s. It's in the 60s style.
pop stars and
Yeah.
movie stars in that scene. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all. Yeah, just all the things start flooding back. I absolutely understand.
And it's a dance off and they win. Oh,
Yeah.
spoiler. But yeah, I'm not sure it matters.
Oh,
if they win.
damn. That was last week you said I won't give any spoilers all week.
I did indeed.
Yeah.
No more this week.
There you
Okay.
go.
Very good.
Thank you. Oh,
On
we're
to
on
the
number
next one.
We are on number 3 right now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you can give your number 3 now.
Right, number 3, I think is my most recent film in my list. It's 2006.
Okay.
2006. I'm not going to give you the song straight away because that might give it away.
Okay.
But it opens with the person dancing. They are just dancing
That's
on
good
their
'cause
own.
it is a memorable
film,
dancing
yeah.
scene.
The film starts with this, or the dance?
No,
scene?
the dance scene.
Okay.
It's the end of a movie, near the end, and she starts by saying, "I'd like to dedicate this to my grandpa." So I'll tell you the plot. So in the plot, the grandpa is sort of getting it's a little girl to learn a dance for a beauty pageant.
No, you're going to have to give me
And
more.
No.
all the way through the film, you don't see this. You don't see what the dance is. She's obviously going to a beauty pageant. There's a dysfunctional family. They're all travelling across America to get to this beauty pageant.
Little
Yes.
Miss Sunshine.
And then when the dance scene happens, have you not seen this, Tom?
No.
The dance is It's Super Freak by Rick James, and she's doing a stripper dance. And the crowd...
I've
Well,
forgotten about that.
The judges get really upset by the fact that she is effectively stripper dancing, and she's about 7 or 8 in it, I think.
Yeah, at most. Yeah.
Abigail Breslin, stripper dancing.
I know that. I've seen images and I know who's in it. Yeah, but I've
And
never seen
the
it.
thing I quite like is they try and get her off stage, and in the end, the whole family get together and do it with her. And and it's another one where it's a phenomenal cast. So it's Toni Collette and Greg Kinnear are the parents.
Yep.
You've got
Go to your notes.
yeah, go to that. I'm gonna have to.
Formidable.
Memorable. Yeah.
Steve Carell is
Yeah.
the uncle.
Okay.
Paul Dano is the older brother, and
Okay.
and Alan Arkin was the grandpa. So they're all on this. It's a great film, and that bit it sort of catches you by surprise a little bit because you're
Yeah,
not quite expecting what happens. And
I've
then it's-
definitely seen it and I'd forgotten about it.
Yeah.
and it's
That's why it's not memorable for me, but you're,
No.
you're absolutely right.
but the grandpa's like sticking it to the beauty pageant because he's like he's
Going
taught
against
to
the
this dance.
system. Yeah.
Is it a
absolutely.
comedy or is it a drama or is it?
It's like a dark comedy.
Okay.
The whole thing's quite a dark comedy. I mean, they're quite dark themes, but that bit is very funny.
I'll
Yeah.
say word for it. Yeah. I can't comment on that one.
Oh, you watch the film?
One for Dominic to put on his list
Yeah.
of things that he won't
You didn't get that
see.
one for me then.
No, I didn't. No.
Okay, fine.
Nope.
Right. Jeremy's number 3 then.
My number 3, 2004. scroll through your pages? Or are you duplicating anyway?
Unless it's You've Got Served. It's not on my list.
12A.
Oh, hang on.
No. 6 out of 10. You'd be like comedy romance.
Okay.
Comedy romance.
Right. I can give you. If I give you one, I know you're going to get it.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
What, a quote.
And it's from the film, the quote, not the dance scene.
Okay.
Right.
Let it rain.
Oh God. Is it?
I don't know this. What is it? Let It Rain.
Yep.
300.
Said by that memorable dance scene. Said by someone who you commented that I might look like.
I'm trying to think of it. Oh, I know what it is. It's salsa.
It is salsa.
It's Along Came Polly.
It is Along Came Polly.
Chocolate rain.
The next clue was going to be the Tale of the Ep7.
When's there a dance scene in that?
Right,
so
he
goes to dance.
So when he does the salsa, and nobody at home is going to see this, but he puts his two hands out and he does this, and it is the worst. Well,
pinkies and thumbs.
Yeah,
so
pinkies and
cringy,
thumbs.
yeah.
It's
Shakes
so
his
cringy,
shoulders.
and you're like, "How? This is terrible!" And everyone's like, "Ooh, isn't this good?"
I hate to say it, but that is a great shout. I didn't even think of that.
I
but
didn't
yeah.
even think of that either.
That is one of my first. Well, one of my three that came to my head first, and it's. Do 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 do, and it goes like slow mo at one point, and he's got such a ridiculous face as he's doing
rhythm.
it. He's throwing her around the place. He even does the old licks his finger and puts it on her.
It's all about the confidence, isn't it?
I think he shouts white chocolate when he's playing basketball as well.
That's
Yeah,
right,
he
that's
does.
right.
Yeah,
That's right.
Philip Seymour Hoffman is
yes.
fantastic at that one.
He is good in that.
yeah.
Doing his stretches.
Do you know what? I don't think I thought of that film at all
No.
with dancing in it. It's not a memorable scene for me.
Yeah.
The rest of it is.
Now you said it, it is
Yeah.
memorable. I remember every single part of it, but
Yeah, because the
separates
first
the
time he
crowd.
goes, he thinks that she's getting it on with the guy who he ends up finding is gay, and
That's
he ends
right.
up teaching him all these dance moves where he
Yeah.
looks terrible, and all the crowd pull real over the top faces like, "Ooh yeah," oh. and he's like living it up at that point.
Right.
And she's looking at him like, "What the heck is going on?"
that's got Grace from Will and Grace in, isn't it? Can't think of her name.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Deborah Messing. That's it. Yep.
I almost went along Matthew's clues where I was going to talk about you did plots that were strange, and I was
Yeah.
like, man leaves one crazy woman to pursue another crazy woman
Yeah.
because they are both different. The Tale of the Happy Hippo.
And of course, it's got is it a ferret or a weasel?
It's blind, if you remember.
Yes, I do remember
Yeah.
it's blind.
Pretty sure it's a weasel.
Is it a weasel?
I think so.
Okay.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah.
So that's my number 3, memorable dance.
Blimey. Up to
There
number
we go.
2. Come on, Dom.
There we go.
Number
Number two.
I feel that we're now going to have lots of the same stuff at the
Well,
top.
I think you and I have sort of alluded to having the top one, and
Yeah.
that's Dominic's 5th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there might be some repetitions in here.
Come on then, number 2.
So this film has multiple, from my opinion, memorable dances.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay,
The
could be.
one
What year are we going?
Yeah.
1984.
Yeah. Yeah. I reckon I've got it for you. I reckon it's on my list. Hang on. Just checking.
Oh.
I think
Yeah,
this scene is
yeah,
called
yeah.
it's called the Mastering Dance.
Is that what
I
it's
found
called?
out the name of it. Yeah, I didn't know what it was called, but this
What
was
makes
called.
it the mastering dance?
He
Someone.
teaches him how to dance.
Yes, I
I
definitely
think
got
we've
it.
mentioned it previously.
I've got it, and it is my film for Dom. I have a point.
Have I mentioned it before?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, yep.
Is
okay.
it?
Yours was.
Let's hear it for the boy.
That's it. Exactly that. Yeah. That's what I had
What's
to
weird
choose.
is what's weird is I thought yes, all right, Matthew.
That one. Anyway,
Everyone's wondering why they're listening to the radio now.
I know. Do you know what?
How old am I, by the way? The radio.
Also, my number 2
There we go.
on my list. Yeah.
Amazing that I picked it as one of my top 5 previously for that, and I didn't then include it in my top 5. But I still stand by my choices.
So this is your number 2 as
It
well.
is my number 2. We can chat about
that
it.
does mean that I don't have what you haven't chosen what I thought you were going to choose.
Oh, interesting.
But you picked for Dominic.
I picked this one, Footloose,
Yeah.
for Dominic. Yeah.
There we
The
go. Yeah.
1984 version.
Yes.
But you're right, and it's because of that dance scene as well,
Mm-hmm.
not any of the others.
No, I know that.
'Cause
But
I
I
agree
can't
with
remember but I know bits of the barn one.
The backflip.
Well, that's the Kenny Loggins bit. Yeah, the backflip.
Yeah.
But it's not even a flip; it's a somersault, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Off from the
Where his
high
head
bars.
pops up and
Yeah.
it's I did that. No,
And it's also the last scene where he goes, "What's everyone standing around for?" or something.
not the one where Matthew loves it, where he's dancing in the barn.
Oh, I like that bit. It's very moody.
It is moody, but
He gets
it's not
all
that
cross
one.
and throws a beer around.
Yeah, and not the last dance scene because But
No, I like that. That particular
it's very
scene.
much the when he's
Well,
when he's
yeah.
teaching
The
to dance.
montage of
It is a
dancing.
montage. It
Very
is a
much a
montage.
and that's the one everyone knows.
Yeah, but it made me appreciate dancing out of time is not easy if you can dance
No.
in time.
This is another
No.
one that I feel is a common one to that everyone knows the dance to. That's why it's memorable for me because I remember just
Which bit do you do then?
it's the leg.
Sticks the leg out to the
Sticks the
side.
leg out.
Like
You
I
go-
think
you
you
go-
referred to it as like when you go bowling.
Yes, right. You
But he sticks it out in front
I
of
know,
him.
I know. But
yeah, I
in
know. But
terms
it's a
of
bit
the
like
the
bowling.
motion,
Mhm,
you don't put your hands
mhm.
on the floor bowling. To be fair, so
He's got like gloves on. He's out working in the farm. I think at that
he's
point.
trying to impress the girl, isn't he?
No, he's dancing in front of Kevin Bacon at that point.
No. But that's why he's learning how to
Oh
dance.
yes, that's right. And then another dance scene, gets in a fight.
Yep.
At the hoedown.
Mm-hmm.
So if we just ticked off both your number two?
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
my number 2. That's a great scene. Absolutely brilliant scene.
Straight down to you.
I mean, it's just montage city.
It
I
is.
love that one.
I'm a bit gutted that I know I haven't got Matthews now.
I don't know if we've gone for the same one potentially, but
Anyway,
We'll see.
my number 2 film, even earlier than my earliest film.
Oh, earlier than 1974.
Earlier than 1975, I think it was.
Oh,
but
was it? Okay.
Okay.
Wasn't listening.
1964.
1964.
I don't know.
Right,
Not a
I'm
clue.
having a look at my
1964.
Dancing in the Rain.
No, good, but I'll tell you what, that is a film that I've definitely seen that scene and not a lot else.
Is it an animation?
Mm,
What do you mean?
well,
1964. You'd think it would be. Oh,
part animation.
oh, is it?
And there's 2 dancing scenes, and I'm going to have to talk about both of them, but I will tell you which one I've picked in the end.
Part animation. That's
Is
thrown
it?
me.
I think.
So
I've
hold
got
on.
an idea.
Let me
Keep going.
let me get this to Dominic. Family classic.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Is it Disney?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, what if I told you pulling trousers down?
What? I'm now confused.
One of
Pulling
the
trousers
scenes.
down.
One of the scenes. Not the one I've picked. The memorable bit about the dance is pulling trousers down.
No, he's lost
Okay.
me now. I thought it
The
was
scene I did pick.
Go on.
It's the master.
Oh, right. It wasn't what I thought it was.
What?
So you and I have definitely in the past done the dancing scene that I didn't pick, where you pull your trousers around your leg and pretend you're a penguin.
Penguin.
Oh, yes.
Okay, fine.
So you
Now
can't
I
tell me that the
understand.
penguin scene out of Mary Poppins isn't
Yes.
memorable,
No,
but
that
that's
is.
not even the one I went for.
I
Why
did
didn't you
think of that one. I did think of that and then didn't even write it down in my ideas. I was like, of course. Mary
Because we
Poppins
used to do it,
penguin
and I can
scene.
still do it. Ready? That's what the penguin does, but that's not the scene I picked.
Put your trousers up. Come on.
Yeah, but now please tell me, listeners, if you're different than this. But we definitely, when that scene came on, if we wanted to recreate it, you pull your trousers around so that they were just around your ankles, and then
Yep.
pretend you're a penguin.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have to tidy up the floor so you can run around
So
in
you
a
run-
circle.
What are
as
you
well.
doing on the floor?
You run around the
Floor
floor.
on your feet.
Oh, I thought you
meant
meant after you pulled down your trousers.
No, before.
Yeah, so that you could slide
Fish out of
around.
water.
No,
That's
but
what
that's
I mean.
not the bit that I've gone for, because I actually think that step in time is more memorable
It
as
is.
a dance, because you've got so many different moments, because there's the bit where she turns around,
Spins.
and you've got the bit where they're all dancing with their chimney sweeps, and
I like-
then they go down at the end,
I
and
like
then
the roundy bit where he flies off the edge.
yeah, see,
Yeah.
and the bit where they're doing the tightrope.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, are they going to fall off
No,
of it?
no.
Yeah. And then they go downstairs, and that's when you get the "It's the master." And
Step in time. That's
again,
right.
I came back to thinking about Matthew's bad plots here. I was going to go, and I've written these myself. Well, I've
Okay,
thought of
good,
them myself. Man who didn't want kids,
Yeah.
and a mum who wants to go out with her mates, let somebody else raise their kids. That's pretty much it, isn't it?
That is about right.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But that's how Mary Poppins fixes things. She turns that.
No,
back
she's not
around.
Nanny McPhee. Let's not go that way.
She fixes it.
She
She does. They
She
want
create-
to
they-
be a
their
family
family
again
at the end.
afterwards.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
Okay. But anyway, Dick Van Dyke, rooftops of London, Step in time. You all laugh because I'm doing the shoulders,
Yeah, you
right?
are doing the shoulders, yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. So,
I want to know what Dominic's number one is now.
So,
Go
so
on.
I think we all know what your both your number ones are.
Yeah,
but
How can it not be your number one?
Yeah, I know, agreed.
I'm trying to think of any clues and plots are just going to give it away pretty much straight away. But so 1988
Right.
is this one.
Okay.
A sequel to this film is coming out this year.
Okay, I think I worked it out.
Okay. I think
You
I
got
know.
it? You think you know it?
Are we all sitting around the table?
1, 2, 3. Go on, then guess it.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
It's on my honourable
yeah,
mentions.
yeah. Is it on my? It's on my list. And yes, on my
I think
mentions,
this popped up straight away as soon as we said it. Last time.
Deal. Do you mean that bit?
Absolutely.
Did you
yeah.
say AO?
No, Deo.
Yeah, I reckon he didn't. But
Say
go on.
AO. Deal. That's what I said.
If AO are listening, that's quite a good way that they could advertise.
Well, they got the Ramones, haven't they?
Especially when there's a
Oh,
new one's
true.
coming out soon. Yeah.
Yeah, Beetlejuice 2, yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Is it a sequel? It is a sequel. It's
It
not,
is a sequel.
It's not like
yeah.
a remake.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a sequel.
Michael Keaton's in it, but I don't know whether the same family
Isn't
live in the house.
Willem
or-
Dafoe's in it as well, isn't he?
And is Winona Ryder in it again?
No.
I thought she was for a bit.
Maybe.
When
I
had a
don't
look,
know.
But not as part of the main cast. I don't
No
think.
idea.
We'll find out. So
She's
why-
popular again though after Stranger Things, right? So
She is.
yeah.
So why is this your number one, Dom?
I think it's another mix because I enjoy the entire film, so it's
Yep.
slightly different. That's why it's my number one. But in terms of memorable, I remember watching this multiple times, and just the scene, the whole film is just obscure, and that's what I think. But
I think
once again,
it's because one of the guys in the scene Dominic's talking about around the table features the guy out of Dumpson Checks In
Yes,
again
it's really
as well.
good. Yeah, it is. He
And
is
Dominic
in
used to love that film.
that. He is in that film. Yeah, he's as the hotel inspector.
Yep, just say.
No, I just I kind of think it's just first thing that popped into my head. Yeah, unexpected and random dancing.
It is good watching them dance
Everything's
as though
random.
they're not actually trying to dance. and
Yeah,
a bit
quite
confused,
impressive to do, really.
being wrenched around.
You have to
force the
dance
because they're
dance.
being
in
forced. yeah.
time, but at the same time pretend that you don't want to do this.
And sing along to the music.
Yeah.
Very good.
There we go. That is my number one.
Okay.
That's a good choice.
So, just to check, Dominic,
You're
Matthew,
number
I'm going to look at you. Do you know what your clues are for this?
five.
Well, I've got clues as
I
well.
had the set list.
I've got
for
it
the
as well.
dance.
I've got it as well.
Nah, so what you're talking about is you're talking about, for those people who are trying to decode this at home,
Yep.
you're talking about the remix.
I'm talking about
Mhm.
all of the songs that
Okay.
we used during the dance.
So one of my clues is based off one of those. My second clue was surely you knew I was going to pick this.
yes, I did.
And did you? Yeah, you both put it down for me.
It was absolutely. It was the minute that we said a dance scene.
Okay.
I wrote that down.
Yep.
That was done.
Rip.
Yeah, that's right.
That's my clue.
I have listened to that song today.
The remix.
Yes.
Nice.
No, not the remix.
Oh, just that song. No, so you haven't done the medley.
No, I didn't listen to the red medley. I listened to that
Oh, I
particular
see.
song.
bear,
The
the
reflex.
guys, the bear, right?
The
Or
bear.
Sorry, just bear. It's not the bear.
it's
So
just
for anyone
Bear.
who's not listening, we're all talking about American Wedding.
American Wedding, yes. Or as I keep thinking it is American Pie,
The
Wedding.
Wedding.
I
I thought that's
I wondered whether that's an American UK thing.
Is the UK American Pie : The Wedding? Is that what it
I
came
thought
out
it
here
was
as?
American
That's what
Pie
my
3.
brain told me it was.
Yes, me too.
But this could be.
It could be
Just
another
us
one of
making it
those
up.
Mandela effects.
Yeah, it could be. We'll have to look into that because I agree that's exactly what I thought it was
Mhm.
called, and then I looked it up and it's not.
I thought it,
No, I saw that. It's just called American Wedding, isn't it?
But
Yeah.
also it's called American Reunion, but I thought it was American Pie the Reunion.
see, I thought it was. Well, I thought this one was American Pie 3. The wedding.
Yeah, okay, we all agree.
No,
Mm.
I reckon they changed it for the UK audience and called it something different in the States.
Yeah, probably. So we all agree
Yes, the dance-off scene
Yeah.
with Mr. Belvedere.
is
Yes.
absolutely the best dance scene in any film I've ever seen ever.
And I learned part of that dance.
I know you did.
And regularly used to use the bit where the bear gets on the floor and puts his hand under his chins
You
and
did
kick
that-
his legs.
You did that at Math Stag.
Oh, yeah.
In Canterbury. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And weirdly, I don't know why, but I quite often used to get into dance-offs at university.
I can't imagine why.
No. And I would very much go into my repertoire of, Stifler's dance and the Bears dance.
Yeah.
And there's a reference point here. Who does the bear remind you of? Because I always wanted to see if I could have a dance-off against somebody that we all know who I would put into that category.
Oh.
Who reminds you or looks like?
No, it just reminds me.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know why.
On the spot.
Go on, yeah. I'm
So
I'm
I always-
reticent to mention random names
Yeah.
in case I offend.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if he's listening anyway. So our mutual friend, if we put it that way, Alex Sinclair, I always thought would be a really good person to dance off in the role of that.
That would be
That
good.
would be good.
Oh, I think I'd pay to watch that.
That would be great.
I think he'd be prepared to learn it as well.
he would. He probably
definitely
does
do.
it. Probably
Yeah.
knows
He
it.
probably knows it.
I
Yeah.
reckon.
Oh my word.
So
That would be
fully
good.
Alex,
committed.
over to you. If you want to recreate it for the massives,
Nice.
I am keen.
Wow.
That scene is brilliant because it catches you by surprise as well, because it's not quite what you expect to happen at all at
No.
that point in the film.
Well, the fact that he's gone into the bar to start with and doesn't realise it's a gay bar,
That is quite amusing. Yeah.
and then then they're mentioning stuff, and he's like, "I don't get it. Why is my charm not working here?" And by the end of it, they're like fawning over him, like, "Oh
That's
my
right.
god, you're so good at this."
Yeah.
And he's not doing it for the reasons that they're in there for. Either he's just doing it for pride.
He does.
He
He
feels
Oh
does
no,
very
he does
good
it
job.
because if he wins it, the dressmaker will give Jim an appointment.
No, but I don't think he
I don't
does
think
it
he
on
does it
purpose.
for that reason.
He does it to prove
Yeah.
that he's
Oh,
confident.
that as well, yeah.
So
Yeah.
he manages to like pair up
That's what I mean,
confidence and being ridiculously uncomfortable about realizing where he is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He just wants to prove to them that he is a great dancer.
that's right. Yeah.
Why? And
Yeah.
and I've been there, done that.
Did you hurt
Yeah.
your chin because you were doing this when we were on holiday once?
No, that's
Oh,
a
that's something
completely
else.
different story. Where
That was
I-
a different one.
The one where I broke my chin
Yes.
is a completely different story. There's no way that's anything related to that. Although that makes sense if I was trying to go down to floor.
That's what I thought. I thought maybe
Yeah.
you were going to.
Anyway, we'll leave that story for another time when the listeners want to hear what happened and why I split my chin open in a foam party. Teaser. Right,
Well, there you go. Yeah.
there we go.
Correct
Lots
number
of-
one, Jeremy. Correct number one.
Lots of similarities. Correct, absolutely. The fact Dominic's got he's on his list is kind of an admittance.
I know.
that we're
Yeah,
right.
no, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we shared number ones. You two shared number twos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but we
Neither of you picked any of those for me though.
No.
no. I'm a bit annoyed with this because
Well-
I feel like I've picked a film you would pick.
I feel like it instantly, but I was like, oh, I think he's going to pick this one.
Interesting.
Yeah. I wouldn't pick it, but Matthew would.
I definitely wouldn't pick it. But
Oh,
Matthew
you
would.
don't like it?
No, no, it's an okay film. I think Matthew
on
Ray's
then,
had
what-
it.
what did
more
you-
than-
So first and foremost, I would have picked Napoleon Dynamite, but you picked it the other week, and
that
you're playing that
absolutely
game where
would
you
have been
don't
on
want to
my list.
duplicate. Yeah.
Would have been on
That's
my
on
list.
my honourable
Yeah.
mentions. Yes.
Yeah.
And me, because that's where it now has to go. Yep.
Okay. But then I will tell you that the film I picked for you, Matthew,
Yep.
has in this scene the same music as The Wedding Singer.
The same music as The Wedding Singer.
Yeah, so one of the music's in The Wedding. So when I see this, I think of when I hear this, I think of two films. I think of this film, which I know you love, and I think of The Wedding Singer.
That's lost me. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know enough about the song.
I need a bit more.
Okay. Well, I can just go with who's in it. or
Yeah, go on.
Joseph.
Oh yeah, no, right. That is on my honourable mentions.
Yeah, you see, that is definitely in your top five.
What
I'm
is
not
it?
having this.
So in my honourable mentions is 500 Days of Summer.
Oh, I've got that on my other. review.
Now,
Yeah,
the-
that is definitely in your top five. You love that film,
I do love that film.
and that
but-
scene is memorable.
It is memorable.
He's basically
I like
just
all those-
celebrating success in what he's trying to. Yeah,
Yeah.
It was close to going in there,
Ugh.
but
I thought I
I-
nailed it this week. I thought
I've
I
done that.
nailed it.
I thought those other scenes, I preferred those other scenes as I think mostly for comedy. Because if you think of my top four,
He goes around high-fiving people
Are
in
all-
500 Days of Summer.
It is, but it's too short a bit. I don't.
Fine.
That's all it is. It's too
Alright.
short
Mine's
to
a very
see.
short bit as well.
Go on then, what you got, Dom?
God,
for
what have
math?
we got?
Mine's one of the Lindsay Lohan films.
Did you go Mean Girls?
I did go for Mean
You're
Girls.
very good. That again, honourable mentions list.
It's because I thought, yeah.
But that's not the bit of the film that my brain automatically goes to. Same with 500 Days of Summer. It's
Quick
not
question on
necessarily the bit that goes straight to it.
Are you going to go watch the remake?
Absolutely. Despite
that was.
I thought he was going to say no.
No, I
I
would
did
do.
that literally to stir the pot.
no, I'm
It is
going to
a
go see
remake,
it.
is it?
It's
It's just-
also a musical, as far as I'm aware.
What?
Hmm. I heard there's songs that they sing in it.
You sure it's just not that song?
No, I don't think so. Well, they don't sing that song, though, do they?
Well, they do, because the
They
tape
just dance
stops
to it.
playing and then they have to sing and
okay.
dance at the same time.
Yeah.
I feel like you don't even know the film, Matthew.
Yeah, but they don't choose to sing the song.
Okay.
Lindsay Lohan sings it, and then
There
everyone
we
else
go.
in the audience joins in.
I was convinced you were going to pick mine.
I was convinced he was going to pick mine, so we didn't do it. But I
Sorry.
got yours,
Yep.
and you both got mine.
I got
Yeah,
both
I got
of yours.
American Wedding.
Yeah.
I must have got both. Yeah.
I got both of yours.
Oh, man. I thought I'd nailed it.
I had
I'm
your number
really
one and number
disappointed.
two. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Um,
Any other
now,
honourable
there
mentions?
are so many that you could honourably mention,
Mhm.
right? I, again, went into grouping them because, I mean, you could theoretically put musicals in there. Disney's, they nearly always have a dance scene. There are dance film series, which we talked about already.
Yep.
See,
So
I
have you got
feel
any that you think people would forget about the dance scene from?
I only stuck, so I sort of had a list of things that I thought of, and then I my honourable mentions I sort of distilled down to about 5, and you've mentioned all of them but one
Okay.
so
Yeah.
far. And I don't know if you've seen the film because I only saw it this week.
Go on then.
What is it?
We don't have to play codes anymore.
No, go
Have,
on,
you,
yeah, what is
have
it?
you seen the film Saltburn yet?
No.
So I cannot now hear Murder on the Dance Floor without
Sophie
the
Ellis
dancing.
Bextor?
Yeah.
Oh.
And
Isn't-
that's
isn't he
all I'm going to
naked when
say.
he does it?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to say you need to watch the whole film because it's the end of the film. It's not a spoiler, but
Okay.
Okay.
it stayed with me.
Dominic, any that we haven't mentioned? Because as I say,
Yeah.
I think we've got a lot of overlap. I've got a lot of
So-
honourable mentions that you guys have
Mhm.
picked and so on.
So I've got Love Actually with the
Yeah, I did think of that one.
Oh, I didn't even
Hugh
think of that
Grant.
one.
I've got The Mask.
I've got the
Oh,
mask
yes.
as well,
Yeah.
yeah. Cameron
Uh,
Diaz, and they are definitely not the people
Not
dancing.
dancing. No, it's horrendous. Yeah. I've got Grease. The only reason I didn't pick it is because
I did think
Yeah,
of
it's in my
Grease.
list of musicals.
don't
Yeah.
really
think
enjoy
of Grease.
it. Full Monty.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't have put. Yeah, that's a good one. Anyone
No.
seen the series?
No.
No.
Okay, neither have I.
And my other one was kind of niche, I suppose. It came to my mind and I didn't put it in because it's not memorable enough for everyone. Rock and Roller, the film.
Oh, see, I don't remember
Is
that.
that
film.
Guy Ritchie?
Yeah. So
Oh,
it's,
you
it's
love
Gerard,
Guy Ritchie.
It's Gerard Butler and
Andre 3000's in that film, isn't he?
no.
Okay, I'm thinking of something else. Is that Revolver?
Oh, but yes,
Right. Okay.
yes,
Oh, well done.
yeah. No, so
Misremembering.
Rock and Roll
but-
is with Gerard Butler and Tandy Newton.
Right.
Tandy.
Tandy.
I'm going to say Tandy.
Either way, dances.
It's they're horrendous at dancing, and all they do is they're pretty much just trying to discuss the. They're trying to set up a hit on someone, and
Okay.
they're trying to discuss it, and they dance,
Okay.
and they're both
While
horrendous.
dancing.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Any others?
No, not that we've not mentioned.
Okay. I've got quite a few, really.
I've got one more if you want it.
Go for it quick.
13 going on 30.
Yeah, Kate
Yeah.
Michael
mentioned that
Jackson
one.
Thriller dance bit.
I wouldn't have remembered it.
No,
But-
I didn't remember it.
so I came to Magic Mike,
Of course, most of the
the
film.
memorable scene. And if you haven't seen it, I'm not sure if it's still his wife, probably his ex-wife now, dances that back to him on lip sync. So she does that dance on him in lip sync. But anyway,
Yes, I have seen that. I have seen that.
Knight's Tale.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Golden Years. Yeah, so I could remember that one. She's All That with
Yeah.
Usher in it.
Yes. Yes.
What's the song?
Oh,
Check it out now.
oh.
The Funk Soul Brother.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and they all magically know the. Yeah, Dominic can even do
Oh,
the dance.
goodness, that's
so
good.
that's impressive.
I now know what dance it is from that. Don. Well
I
done.
thought Matthew would have Breakfast Club.
I thought of Breakfast Club, but
Okay.
that's not the
It's not
memorable
the
bit of the
memorable
film, is it? Though
Spider-Man 3,
Oh,
I thought
God.
Dominic would have because it's terrible.
it's
He's
awful.
awful.
I can't stand that bit.
Yeah. I had Coming to America when they
Yeah.
the introduction of the bride and the end of Jojo Rabbit, which I thought is
Which I have not seen.
oh, you've got to watch Jojo Rabbit.
I've not seen Jojo Rabbit.
Oh my goodness!
it's
I
good.
challenge you within the next 2 weeks to watch that film.
Okay.
You will love it.
Okay.
All right,
Jojo Rabbit.
deal.
Yeah.
We'll
Okay.
see. We'll see if I've got
So
time.
we need a recap. Top fives.
I've just folded my pieces of paper.
Well, you're
Right,
the first to go.
come on.
Number 5, American Wedding. Number 4, Dirty Dancing. Number 3, Pulp Fiction. Number 2, Footloose. And my number 1 was Beetlejuice.
Thank you very much, Dominic. Matthew.
Number 5 was You Got Served. Number 4, Airplane. Number 3, Little Miss Sunshine. Number 2, Footloose. And number 1, American Pie 3, The Wedding.
And my top 5 was number 5, Step Up to the Streets. That's the full title. Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Along Came Polly. Mary Poppins at number 2. And American Wedding or American Pie, The Wedding at number 1.
Yep.
Cool. So
All good.
that's us for another 2 weeks because
Yep.
we'll have extra coming back next week. But as always, if you want to get in touch with us and if you live in Ireland, that would be great. Please download our podcast. But other than that,
or if you know someone in Ireland, tell them to download it and listen.
I mean, either way, I get
Yeah.
that tick. So
Yeah.
I work with a couple of people, so I should probably ask.
you mean you don't work by yourself?
What?
Is
They're
that right?
not,
Your
not
comment
in my
was,
house.
I work with a few people.
That,
Yeah,
that
I
live
work
in
with a few
Ireland.
people as
That
well.
live in Ireland.
Okay.
Okay.
deal.
Well, I'm surprised you haven't already pushed it to it. Not doing your job very well there, Dominic, are you?
Apologies. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Or he is doing his job well.
If
which
you
is
want
why
to
he's
get
not talking to them about this podcast.
oh, yeah, all
one or
right.
the other.
God. So if you do want to get in touch with us at Top 5 Films, that most social medias. Matthew, say bye.
Bye.
Dominic, say bye.
Bye-bye.
And that's a bye from me. See you next week.